breaking news, weather, sports, and of course, the numeric value there.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bruce Banks. We begin tonight.
And I'm Lynn Latoya.
Sorry, that's Lynn Latoya. We begin tonight.
Thank you for joining us.
I've already thanked them for joining us, Lynn.
You thanked them. I didn't.
Yes, well, I'm better for the both of us.
Just trying to be polite, Bruce.
Yes, well, we begin tonight with a developing story in southwest Detroit. A gang has been to wait 90 days if it wants to commit any more crimes. That's because all of its members are behind bars, thanks to an intense police sting. News 8 reporter Phil Filson is standing by with the very latest. Phil?
Bruce, well, the game was busted. Back to you.
Phil, you have a minute 20.
Oh. Bruce, the spot where I am standing is very calm, very peaceful. But if you had been standing here 4 hours ago, it still would have been calm and peaceful. That's because the game wasn't actually busted until 2 hours ago. Despite all the police activity, this scene was amazingly serene. That's because this isn't actually the spot where the gang got busted. That happened about 6 blocks away. We didn't want to go live there because of all the police lights and officers hauling away and people kicking and screaming would have been very distracting. So now, all is calm and peaceful with the gang behind bars. My prediction, everlasting peace in the city of Detroit. Live from Southwest Detroit, Phil Filston, 8 News, where 8 stands for News, Weather, Sports, and of course, the American Valley League.
We have breaking news now in the city of Livonia. Police are on the scene of a robbery and shooting at a gas station. Investigators tell 8 News the suspect demanded $100 on a car wash. When the attendant told him the facility didn't have a car wash, the gunman shot him and took off in a very dirty car. Police have no leads at this time, but I'm told the suspect looks a lot like Bruce Banks. Is it you, Bruce?
No.
I'm just saying, if the shoe fits and it quacks, it's off in a duck.
What does that mean?
It's just a question, Bruce.
How could it be me? I've been with you the entire evening.
Whoa, calm down there. You're acting like a man who has a lot on his conscience. Perhaps a robbery?
It wasn't me.
Admit it!
Alright, I'm just going to keep my cool here. It's not going to explode. Can somebody tell me what was wrong with that newscast? Yes, Eric.
The lighting on Lynn was a little dark.
Okay. I didn't notice the light. Can somebody point out something that's a bit more noticeable? Aaron.
The lighting on Phil Filson, honestly, could have been a little bit. He was a bit overexposed.
I could give a rat's butt about the lighting, Aaron. Anyone else?
Alright, just go to the point on the air.
Thank you, Tim. Somebody tell me why our anchors got to go right on the air?
It was written in the script.
It was written in the... Alright. And just who wrote this right into the script?
I did, sir.
Alright. I'm a fair guy. Can you explain to us why you took the liberty of writing a fight between our anchors into the script?
Yes, well, you see, I won the lottery last week. I've been waiting for the chance to kind of, stick it to you.
You're fired.
That was awesome.
We're in last place. You know those rumors y'all been hearing? Well, they're all true.
Coffee in the break room is really flying slow.
How can you make string parties so long?
No, not that rumor. The network's deciding whether to pull the plug on this operation. We have 6 months to get together. We might not have that long, because if we keep having newscasts like that, they're going to fire us. And then, they're going to hire someone else, and he'll fire all of them.
But the coffee's fine.
Enough about the coffee. People, these ratings. Channel 7, 11.9. Channel 4, 7.2. Us, negative 4. You know what that means? That means people are actually keeping their television sets off so they don't accidentally watch us.
Tom, can I speak to you for a moment?
I'll be right back. No one go anywhere.
Oh no, I didn't mean to pull you away. I just wanted to tell you that you're fired.
What?
Well, I guess it does kind of pull you away.
2 years of faithful services newscast, and this is how it ends? I'm fired nonchalantly in front of my news team?
Of course not. Everybody? For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a good. Oscar, security! Folks, there are 2 things you can count for. One, you can bet the coffee you drink here will be at least 50% real coffee. you, then I am dedicated to turning this operation into a win for these guys. I'd like now to introduce you to your new news driver, Ms. Andrea Lambert.
Hello.
I interviewed Andrea 5 minutes ago, and she seems like a man for the job. Now I'll leave you all alone so you guys can get acquainted. Remember, first,
Of course. So, are there any questions?
How long have you been in the business?
That's good. One question. Any others? Where did you work before this? 2 questions. Good. 2 questions?
Are you going to answer the questions?
You've already asked a question. Let some of the others have a chance.
what did first by Friday mean?
First, meaning ahead of the rest. By meaning no later than. And Friday being the 6th day of this week.
And what does that have in reference to us?
You're going to be ahead of the rest no later than the 6th day of this week. I guarantee your general manager I'd make this the #1 station in town.
How is that possible? We haven't been number 1 in 10 years, and that's if you count us lying 10 years ago and saying we're number 1.
Yes, well, big changes are coming. Could that mean you'll be out of a job by the end of this week? Find out in the days ahead. I'm kidding. No one will lose their jobs, at least not by the end of this week. Relax, be happy. You're going to be #1. And so are you, and so are you, and you, and I'm not too sure about you, but look, we're going to be #1. If you'll excuse me, this meeting is dismissed.
But this is the newsroom. We all work in this spot.
Yes, well, I'll just go find my office. Yes, get pumped up. Well, we're going to be #1. I am our news director. I'm more determined to direct the news of the news organization. There will be no more slow news days at Channel 8.
Good for you, man.
How long have you been standing there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you started the conversation without me because I'm late.
Who are you?
I'm the kidnapper you hired, man.
You don't look like the guy in the picture of the criminal agents you sent me.
Yes, Legs. They sent me instead. Legs was actually kidnapped last night. Ironic, huh? Well, don't you worry. I won't be kidnapped. I've got eyes in the back of my head. See?
Look, if that didn't prove anything, I need you to kidnap one of our reporters on a live shot tomorrow. Just to be safe, I want him to be gone 1 week. I want you to take him 500 miles north and drop him off.
Gotta take him 5 feet north and drop him off.
100
500 feet north and drop him off.
miles.
What?
Miles.
What? Oh, sorry. That's my name, Miles.
Take him 500 miles north and drop him off.
Miles is in my name or Miles is the distance?
Distance.
Yeah, because the other way makes no sense.
So do you have the plan down?
Sure do. Take him 5 miles north and drop him off.
500 miles.
Take him 500 miles and anything else?
Drop him off.
Okay. Where do you want me to drop him off?
500 miles north.
Look, you keep changing your plans. You want me to come back later when you got it down?
I've had it on you, idiot. You're the one who...
Close one.
I do not trust you anymore. You are fired.
Wait, no, look, come on. I can do this. Besides, all the kidnappers at the agency are booked for a solid month.
Fine.
Great. Now, who's the kid you want me to nab?
He's not a kid.
Oh, yeah, the reporter. Right, right. Well, how many jobs before you fire me again?
Don't screw this up.
Good evening. I'm Bruce Banks.
And I'm Lynn Latoya.
No time to say your name, Lynn. We have breaking news in Waterford Township tonight. Firefighters are on the scene of a 4-alarm fire. Let's go right to the scene where Channel 8 reporter Phil Filson is standing by with the very latest.
Bruce, first the good news. When I arrived on the scene, I learned it wasn't actually a 4-alarm fire, but instead a campfire. It's not an apartment building, but instead the middle of the woods, which I'm sure has several people breathing a sigh of relief. Also, contrary to initial reports, firefighters were not on the scene, but instead campers. They have since gone home, as you can see, and the fire spit out. Not all good news, however. I understand a camper accidentally burned a marshmallow and set it near the bag of marshmallows, burning all of them. So obviously no marshmallows were properly roasted or consumed. Now
Don't move!
hey, I'm in the middle of a live shot here.
All right, nobody move or your beloved Pahilston gets it. Now
It's
listen.
Phil Wilson.
What? The paper said Pahilston.
It's not
What about the age?
It's not as well.
Oh, so your name is Ilston.
No, E and the H combined to make an F sound.
Well, that makes no sense. Why not just spell your name with an F? You're just wasting people's time out to spell and print your name. Time they can spend doing things they've always wanted to do, like travel and write the great American novel.
It's basic English.
It's basic selfishness.
Why are you interrupting my live shot?
I was going to do that before you interrupted me. Listen up, Detroit. Where was I in this thing?
I don't know what you're doing. How should I know how far in you are?
I'm going to start over again. Listen up, Detroit. I'm kidnapping this reporter. I'm not giving him back until my demands are met. I want $1 million in a helicopter. Also, I want to have the technology to deliver live traffic reports to people on the air.
You monster, you don't have that kind of background. You messed up the morning commute.
That may be. Remember, a chopper. And that's it. That's about all I need. So yeah, I'm kidnapping him, and you should really get the ball rolling on this one. Get it rolling.
Stop that live recording audio by kidnapping me on TV.
Well, that's not happening. Like how? I've never done that.
Phil Philston, 8 News. Bruce Lynch, back to you.
Okay. Up next, could your washing machine steal your identity? The not so surprising answer straight ahead.
So do the police have any leads on where Phil might be?
No, and when I asked them about it, they all laughed at me like a pack of hyenas. Then I realized they were a pack of hyenas, and I had gone to the zoo by mistake. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I still have to talk to the police.
I don't understand why a kidnapper would be hanging out in the middle of the woods.
Who knows? Why does the sun set in the west? Why do geese fly south in the winter?
Because of the rotation of the earth and migratory instincts. Those are both answerable questions.
Alright, well listen up. I've got some really great news about Phil Philston. They found him? No, police are still looking for him. Second, have you seen these ratings, people? Channel 8 numbers are up 70%. That's almost triple in every single demographic, with the exception of people that have a phobia of the number 8. Everybody's watching us.
What about Phil?
Well, I'm not sure, but if you look at these, males 18 to 55, he'd be watching us too.
No, I mean, do we know if he's safe?
Look, don't worry about that. I'm sure police will keep looking for him in more and more days. Viewers will tune into Channel 8 to find out whether he's been found or not. Look, we're number 1.
I think we're more concerned right now with Phil's safety than being number 1.
Of course. And it's showing in these ratings, people. By the way, Tim, really solid show last night. Now, on a separate note, I'm changing the way we're branding this news operation. The viewing audience feels the need to suck up to the TV stations with slogans like "On Your Side" or "News That Works For You." That's why I'm changing our slogan to "News Whether You Like It or Not."
News, whether you like it or not.
Yep, that's right. For example, Bruce, when you start the show, I want you to say, "I'm Bruce Bates, whether you like it or not." Whether you like it or not, the police are on the scene of an armed robbery, and so on. Phil!
What?
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
How did you escape?
It was the weirdest thing. Kidnapping drove me about 50 miles, going up in a hotel, and left.
You put look you up and, wow.
I put a call in to my wife. She came to pick me up. Called in and told her desk I was going to be a little late today.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm sorry. I was so busy with the field coverage.
You mean the viewing audience still thinks I'm gone? Oh no, they must be terrified. There's always some sort of technology that'll let them know I'm okay. Oh well, someone get a phone book.
Wait! Don't call anyone. We'll announce it, but let's save it for the 11 block.
Then what do we tell people in 6? That he's still missing?
I like that. Day 7. Phil's still gone. Police living hope whether you like it or not. They won't give up till they find Phil's corpse.
Isn't that a lie?
What about that is a lie? Philson is gone in the sense that he isn't in the viewer's home. I'll call police and tell them that the kidnappers told us he was dead. Thereby causing them to lose hope, and by gosh, we won't give up on this till we see Phil's corpse.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yep, now on a second note, I need to speak with you, Chip. Everyone else is dismissed. Really solid show last night. I'm seeing good things from you.
Thank you.
I'm very pleased with your coverage, Tim. You never pulled out, even when the president announced he was selling Oregon to the Chinese.
Who needs Oregon anyway?
My home state is Oregon.
Then where would we be without it?
That's besides the point. You gave the audience exactly what they wanted to hear. Good work.
Thank you.
You know, keep doing shows like that, and I can see an executive producer somewhere in the future.
That'd be awesome.
Good. In the meantime, tomorrow the Detroit Zoo is welcoming a new exotic bird. I want you to lead with it.
Wait, you want me to lead with the new exotic bird at the zoo?
Yep.
But won't people be watching to hear more about Phil's story?
And we've got to grab them with something new and exciting.
Yeah, but a new exotic bird at the zoo?
Look, new research shows people are sick of the lack of exotic birds on television. You see your numbers being higher than ever, executive producer.
Your name me executive producer?
No, I was just saying that to get your attention. Kind of awkward.
Okay.
Remember, tomorrow we bring them a new exotic bird, whether they like it or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. They'll have their exotic bird, all right. They'll have it whether they like it or not.
You wanted to see me, ma'am?
You!
Yes, it's me.
I told your boss I never wanted to see you again and to send someone else.
Now, why would you say something like that?
Because you screwed up my last plan.
Well, your plan wasn't very clear now, was it?
You, get out of my sight. Tell them to send someone else.
I'm afraid that's impossible, ma'am.
And why is that?
Well, things have been tough with the mob lately. We've had to lay a number of folks off, and to be honest, we're working with a bare-bones staff.
Fine, take these. This will get you into the Detroit Zoo. At 6 tomorrow night, I want you to release my new exotic bird.
I never heard of such a creature. I think you're thinking of a cross between a dragon and a killer whale, and that doesn't exist. What's plan B?
You're such an idiot. Leave. You're going to mess this up.
No, look, I won't, okay? I can do this. Let me redeem myself.
Fine, but I'm only paying you a quarter of what I paid you last time.
Deal. Make it a quarter.
Here.
I'm at a quarter of what you paid me last time. Man, you are no good at interpreting what people say.
Don't screw this up.
Oh.
You're watching Channel 8 Detroit, and now tonight's local news, whether you like it or not.
Good evening. You're lucky to be here, and it makes no difference to us if you're watching. I'm Bruce Banks, whether you like it or not.
And like it or not, I'm Lynn Latoya.
This evening, a miracle is occurring at the Detroit Zoo, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. A new bird is arriving, and despite what you may think, we believe it's a wonderful thing. News reporter Meg Cullen joins us live from the Detroit Zoo in Royal Oak, whether you like it or not. Meg?
Bruce, whether you like it or not, I'm standing by live. Bruce, whether you like it or not, I'm outside the bird cage, where moments ago, a new exotic all of Detroit.
Well, obviously we're having some difficulty with Meg's life shot. We'll try to get her back with you in just a moment.
In other news, could a prehistoric species of clown actually existed hundreds of years ago? Scientists have found new evidence that supports all previous studies that no, they did not. We'll be right back.
How's Meg?
Not good. The bird got 3 of the 12 on her right foot.
Is it bad?
Well, you completely got the one that goes to the market, the one that stays home, and the one that eats roast beef. But the one that gets mad and the one that goes wee 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 all the way home are pretty messed up.
Did you ever notice how 2 of the little piggies ended up at home? I just noticed that.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like the guy that made that up ran out of things to do after the 4th pig.
This just doesn't add
He
up.
could have sent one to the farm. That would have made sense. I could probably come up with a different activity for the toes of literally thousands of people.
Tim, enough about the little piggies. Why did you send Meg to the zoo to cover the birth of an exotic bird as your lead story?
Andrea told me to. She insisted that we keep her there. It was weird.
There's something not right about what's going on at the station. Phil Philstein, kidnapped down the air. Meg gets mauled by an exotic bird live. Our traffic reporter got hit by a car, and this morning, our weather reporter got struck by a bolt of lightning.
So, people get hit by cars and lightning all the time.
They were both in the studio when it happened.
What are you suggesting?
Have you seen the ratings? They're up 800%, and it's almost Friday.
Why are you changing the subject?
I'm not. I'm saying that maybe these things aren't happening by accident.
Maybe you're looking too far into this. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
And sometimes a cigar is a news director trying to boost her ratings by putting her reporters in danger.
Sorry,
Come on. Henry's not like that.
Sorry, Phil. I'm gonna need that. Hey, there he is. Tim, really solid show last night. I'm seeing good things from you.
See, she called me Tim. My mother calls me Tim. Of course, my mother did try to tell me that one time.
Tim, she's blinding you with false promises. I'm a reporter and I can sense when something is and isn't a story. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go interview a woman who claims an image of a hamburger has appeared in her Happy Meal.
I can't believe that the janitor gave me the keys to Lando's office. And all I have to do in return is sweep the newsroom carpet. Every night this year. Crap, I should have never agreed to that. Oh well, it'll all be worth it once I prove to Roxanne that Lando's up to nothing. What's this? Channel 8 plan to kill reporters. This is a... Wait, Channel 8 plan to skill reporters. I wonder why they'd word it like that. Let's see. What the? Detroit Guide to Hitmen? Why would Lando need a guide to Hitmen when... Wait, Detroit Guide to the Hitsman. I really ought to shine the flashlight on the books before I read their titles. Crap, someone's coming.
Thank you for meeting me at this unusual hour. Looking at your resume, your television experience is limited, yet it says you have top 3 market experience. Can you explain?
Yes, top 3 markets. Well, you see, this one time I was in Chicago, I was an eyewitness to a carjacking. The reporter asked me what I was like. I said it was like a bomb went off. It really put a lot of perspective on it.
How is carjacking like a bomb going off?
You know, boom. Anyways, The next time I was vacationing in New York, and I witnessed somebody win the lottery, the reporter asked me what I'd do if I had won the money. I'd actually thought he told me I'd won the money. I began dancing and waving, even began prematurely spending the money. The next time was when I was 15. The reporter was doing a live shot, and I got in the background and began dancing and waving.
I see. Well, let me tell you something. What stands out on your resume is here, where it says you are willing to do anything to get the job, and then you underline the word anything.
Really? See, my agent strongly recommended me not put that in my resume. But this is also the lady who strongly recommended I not spend so much time reflecting on what happened in kindergarten. But look where I am now, here.
Yes, well, let me show you something. Do you see this box of pics? Hundreds of people wanted to be Channel 8 reporters. I would love to hire you. The only problem is, I have no room on my roster for another reporter.
And why'd you call me out here for this interview?
You said you'd do anything to get the job. I'm encouraging you to make a spot for yourself on my roster.
I think I know what you mean. There you go.
That is not what I meant. I'm sending music reporter Roxanne Caroline out of town on a special assignment tomorrow. I'll call you and tell you exactly where she is. When she starts her live shot...
Yeah.
When she starts her live shot...
When she starts her live shot, what?
It's part of the sentence. When she starts her live shot.
Sorry, it's 1 a.m. Do you mind playing with your gun?
The gun is part of the sentence.
Shoot the gun.
No!
Under the gun.
No!
We're gonna have to be more clear.
Fire it at her! I want you to fire it at her.
Look, I don't know if you know this about bullets or not, but they can be deadly.
Of course I know that about bullets. I've worked in the newsroom for 20 years. The newsroom is built on bullets. Shoot her and the job becomes yours.
Gosh, I don't know, I've never shot a gun before, except for this one time in 6th grade. And then there was that one time I shot a guy to get a job. Alright.
Wonderful. Expect a call from me tomorrow at 2.
Oh, I got a dentist appointment.
You don't even live in this town. How can you have a dentist appointment?
I made a dentist appointment.
Weird.
I knew it. Hey, Rox, it's Tim. Call me as soon as you get this message. It's an emergency. Look, I know every time that I call you, I know I always say it's an emergency. But this time, I really mean it. Call me back. It's life or death, literally. Look, I know on the last message I said that it was life or death, but I meant it metaphorically. This time, I mean it literally. Look, I know I shouldn't preface on whether I mean it metaphorically or literally, and leave that up to your own interpretation, but there are some special cases, this being one, when I have to let you know that I mean it literally. Look, by the way, you did a good job on your live shot tonight. I mean, you look good out there. You know, disregard that, but I mean, you did look good out there. But I shouldn't be throwing in side notes when I'm trying to pass along the message of life or death. So look, call me as soon as you get this message. Crap, cut off. I wonder if I should call her back just to be safe. Hey, Rox, it's Tim. Crap. That tone is no good for what I'm about to relay to you. I mean, if for some reason you didn't get the first message, you'd certainly think that I have some positive news to pass along to you, which I do not. It's a life or death situation that requires an immediate response. Maybe you got the first message and you're trying to call me back. Well, at least there's voicemail. I mean, remember back before call waiting? When if you were on the line with someone and someone else called, you'd get a busy signal? It was so frustrating. That's neither here nor there, really. Shoot, cut off again. And have to order tomorrow in person. All this message leaving is making me awfully tired.
pretty sure I did. I just don't want to make sure I'm not leaving it behind.
That's something I would remember.
All right, I'm pretty sure I did. If you don't mind me just looking around.
What the? I did not leave my desk like this.
Maybe it was my dog.
Look, you do not have a dog. Someone's been here.
Yeah, there was somebody standing in the corner over there during our interview.
What? And you didn't say anything?
I thought it was your assistant news director or something.
And I told him to stand in a darkened corner. What did he look like?
I don't know. I was trying not to look at him. He was kind of creeping me out.
Someone's been here. Plan's off. Go home.
Maybe I'll tell our plan to the police.
And maybe you won't tell our plan to anyone.
Right. Oh, I didn't notice you again.
Look, someone's been here. You're fired. Wait. Maybe you still have the job. Be on standby tomorrow. I'll call you and tell you where it is. Now go home. You're gonna have a morgue appointment if you don't shut up.
Whatever, I decided.
You're an idiot.
Where's Roxanne?
Lando sent her out of town to come back in Hindenburg. It's supposed to happen in Toledo in about an hour.
What? That happened decades ago and
Really? That's my thought. She insisted it was happening today in Toledo.
I've got to go.
Wait, who this show?
Yeah.
You're watching Channel 8 Detroit, and now, tonight's local news, whether you like it or not, 11.
Good evening. I'm someone.
Bruce Banks, I believe.
No, I'm Bruce Banks.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
You'll have to forgive us tonight, folks. Our producer ran out unexpectedly, so we don't really have any stories. So we'll get through it. Just bear with us.
All right. Well,
I heard the president's been doing stuff lately.
yeah, that guy's always up to something. Oh, and those people in Congress, they're never going to pass all those measures they want to pass.
Right you are, Lynn. Oh, hey, have you seen any of the commercials on television lately?
Yeah, I have top-notch. Those companies are really advertising some great products lately.
Let's take a look at some of them now.
Sounds good, Bruce. We'll be right back with our reaction to those commercials. Stay with us.
Where's Cotchenberger?
He's not here.
And no one bothered to tell me?
We wanted to show you can handle on our own, ma'am.
Well, obviously you can't. Where is our newscast?
I don't know. Just keep running in here, ask for our samples, and ran out.
He did.
Yeah, seemed pretty desperate.
We're having a meeting in my office in 1 hour.
You're having the 11 o'clock newscast in your office in an hour?
No, you're no longer invited. My hour, my office, 1 hour.
You're watching Channel 8 Detroit, and now, tonight's local news, whether you like it or not, 11.
Good evening. I'm Bruce Banks.
And I'm Linda Toya. Tonight, whether you like it or not, we have some disturbing breaking news. It seems that someone working here from Channel 8 is responsible for the recent wave of incidents that have left 2 Channel 8 reporters severely injured. Now, whether he likes it or not, we've uncovered his next plot. First-degree murder.
If he plotted it, it's automatically first-degree murder, Lynn. You can't plot second-degree murder.
Don't give me such a hard time, Bruce. I'm just reading what's on the prompter.
So, man,
Producer Tim Cockenderfer has been producing more than newscasts here at Channel 8. He's been producing people to attack our reporting staff. Joining us live in the studio is Channel 8 News Director Andrea Lando with the latest. Andrea?
Bruce, Lynn, thanks. In my possession is a videotape showing producer Tim Cockenderfer sifting through my office looking for top secret evidence that will prove one of our reporters where they'll be at any given time.
Andrea, do you have a copy of this tape? Could we see it?
Certainly.
Unbelievable. I never would have picked him as that type of person until I saw the evidence myself. All indications are that the next target was News 8 reporter Roxanne Caroline. She joined us live now in Toledo. For some reason, Roxanne, you're very brave to join us with such dramatic news.
I just found out about 2 seconds ago, Bruce. I wasn't given much of a choice.
What is your reaction to this news, Roxanne?
I find it hard to believe. Tim and I have long been friends, and he's never once mentioned murder. Well, he did one time mention killing his cable guy, and there was another time he wondered what it would be like to be on trial for first-degree murder, but he never mentioned he planned to kill me.
Roxanne, you might think Tim is peaceful, as many of us did, but I'm being told now that we have videotape evidence from our own control room showing Tim killing stories within the newscast. What do you have to say about that?
Well, as you know, Lynn, that's the job of a producer, to kill newscasts when the show goes too long.
Yes, but thou shalt not kill, Roxanne.
I don't think anybody's arguing that, Lynn, but that's
Roxanne, I'm going to have to interrupt you. I'm receiving word now that Tim has been arrested about 2 miles away from where you're standing. Wait, that's either word or severe buzz in my earpiece.
No, it's word because I'm receiving it too, Bruce. Oh wait, maybe that is a buzz.
Oh no, that's definitely a word, Roxanne. Good news, the danger has passed. Tim is in custody thanks to the hard work and dedication of the Toledo Police Department.
Bruce, Lynn, I really don't think that...
Coming up, an in-depth investigation into the Toledo Police Department. You'll see laziness like you've never seen. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That's a short amount of time, relatively speaking. So don't change the channel, or we might start charging for this stuff.
Good, you're all here. Well, some of you that weren't involved in some sort of incident this past week, people, it's Friday. You know what that means?
Oh, 3 deep fried salads at Colonel Duncan's Chicken Shack?
No. It means sick.
Have you ever had it? Do you think you've had crispy lettuce before?
I'll never try it. It's Friday. Look at these numbers. Channel 8 is number 1 in every single demographic. Just as I promised. You've got a lot to celebrate, people.
With all due respect, I don't think any of us feel like celebrating. 3 of our colleagues were injured this week. One is on trial for attempted murder.
Wow, you need to lighten up. You work in the news business, people. I'm not going to let our victory celebration be dampened by something as a kidnapping or a exotic bird gnawing. Time to celebrate. We're having cake. It's chocolate.
I'm allergic to chocolate.
You'll eat it and you'll like it. Now, if you'll excuse me. I'll be my hands. The arraignment is tomorrow. To make sure Tim is not around to testify, I suppose I could destroy the stand, but that would be kind of obvious.
You wanted to see me?
You? What are you doing here?
You told me to come.
Well, our producer Tim Cochenderfer is going to be on the scene tomorrow. When he walks down the stairs, I want you to go Jack Ruby on him.
Wait, Jack Ruby from which Jack Ruby?
Jack Ruby was never in any movie.
Oh, who's Jack Ruby?
Look, it doesn't matter. When he walks down the stairs, I want you to put on a mask and pull out your gun and
No, you're not.
We have
I'm
breaking.
Bruce Banks.
We have breaking news in downtown Detroit. The producer who police say attempted to kill several Channel 8 reporters is on his way to the courthouse where he will face a number of charges. Whether you like it or not, Channel 8 reporter Meg Elton is standing by with the very latest. Meg?
Lynn, Bruce, I'm standing by live, where in moments the man pulled out the birdcage during one of my live shots at the zoo. Somehow, even though he was sitting in the Channel 8 control room at the time, will be escorted but to another type of cage, jail. Well, first a courthouse and then a jail. He had one of our reporters kidnapped, only legally by police, and dropped off someplace random. Only instead of being random, it makes complete sense because it's jail. He's the guy who tried to have one of our reporters shot live on the air. Now he's the one who will be shot live on the air. Only instead of bullets made of lead, he'll be shot by bullets made of pure justice. And instead of being fired out of a pistol, he'll be shot by the words fired from the mouth of a judge. And instead of, oh thank God, here he comes.
Where is that stupid candidate?
Tim, can you tell me why you had a bird released during one of my live shots?
You really believe that? You know how deeply I've always believed that exotic birds should never be allowed into the wild under any circumstance.
You heard it here first, folks. Tim Cockendorfer saying basically that birds should only be in the wild if they are eating reporters.
I never said that.
Where is he? Tim is going to get in that courthouse and I die.
Meg, I didn't do any of this. You think I have time to produce both the show and attempt murders? The Channel 8 newsroom, Anne Orlando, I have proof she's the one behind all of this.
Tim's not coming. Time to micromanage. I'm not a bird, I'm a monster.
See, this proves I'm innocent. Orlando obviously sent this guy to do me in.
I'm not a person, I'm a monster.
What kind of monster carries a gun?
Lots of monsters do.
No, they don't. They use their claws and fangs and power to destroy. I mean, could you imagine watching a horror movie and as a hideous monster closed in on his victim, he pulled out a gun? How disappointed I would be?
Fine, I'm a guy and a monster man.
You know, I just want both of you plenty of time in order to draw your weapons and take this guy out. And what did you do? You stood there.
And now, my friend, any last words?
Any last words? What is this? A Western?
Zola!
Dang it, 6 months of karate classes, all for nothing.
I told you those were karaoke classes you were taking.
I knew it!
Ah, yes, it is Admiral Lando's news director map. I obviously bought it to try to ruin Lando's reputation.
Impersonate news director.
Stop pulling at me! I thought you were supposed to be at the underwater shark rodeo.
I was. You couldn't even see inside the tank to see if there were sharks down there. You just had to take the cowboy's word for it. You tried to have me killed, Lando.
Well, I obviously didn't try hard enough.
I've suffered non-fatal gunshot wound to the forearm. And you police officers, what are you even doing here? You're not even doing anything.
Non-fatal, huh? We can change that.
Gotcha. Oh my God. I just spent 3 hours at the firing range for nothing.
That wasn't a firing range. Those were karaoke classes. You were the gunman who opened up fire this morning. We had it as breaking news.
It was? Oh. Well, thanks for the job offer, Lando. I think I'm just gonna keep looking at other markets.
Arrest them!
Stop telling us what to do.
This isn't over. I'll get back into the news management one day. You'll see, and you'll all be sorry you burned your bridges.
Well, coming up tomorrow night on Channel 8 News, can the ingredient that makes Coke taste different than Pepsi be made appreciable? We'll see the results of a groundbreaking study conducted by the Pepsi Corporation. That's tomorrow night on Channel 8 News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bruce Banks.